DIY your backyard. It's all about doing it yourself this season. We're gonna teach you everything you need to know about doing your backyard all by yourself. Here we go. We're gonna talk to you about the 8 top steps to take for DIYing your backyard this season. The journey of creating your perfect backyard space may seem daunting and overwhelming, but it doesn't have to be. There are steps that you can take that will guide you from the ground up to bring your vision to life. Just as we have a process when designing and building for our clients, you as a homeowner can take control of your space and do the same. The first question that many of us have is, how do I plan and where do I start? First is a blank slate. Take a look at your backyard. What's already there? What's missing? What would you like to see there? This is where making a plan comes into play. The main goal is to get out into your outdoor space and have features and elements that will pull you and your guests out. So what is it for you, your family, and your friends? What will pull you out? That's the question I want you to ask yourself. So maybe it's a fireplace, maybe it's a fire pit, maybe it's a fire feature destination altogether. Maybe it's a covered structure, a game area, maybe it's a bar, a water feature, or even a simple hard surface destination that will pull you outside to live in the space. Remember, it's more than just putting something out there. Think about your sight lines from inside your home. Where are your windows or your sliding door position, and how can you leverage that? You must also think beyond the beauty and the aesthetic of an outdoor space and prioritize functionality. So privacy issues, climate, noise, and slope or elevation changes are other factors to consider in the planning phase. Will you do this favor for me? Will you take this time and comment below? We want to hear from you so we can help you in the future video. What are the 2 biggest problems that you are facing or fears that you're facing as you're starting to think about and then design or even build your backyard? What are the 2 biggest things? It might be the design, that you're scared that you don't know how to do the design yourself. Or it could be the placement of where things go. You might know some of the items that you want, but not quite where to lay them out. Will you just let us know in the comments below, what are your 2 biggest fears? Because we really want to help you feel better about those, and we'll do this in the next video after we see all these comments. But don't let these challenges discourage you, because there are solutions. And in many cases, these creative solutions make backyards even more unique and beautiful. So now that you have a plan, how do you execute it? Well, the short answer is good design. Good 3D design is likely a key phase into building a great space. So some people have the ability to DIY their 3D design. So if you know how to use SketchUp, please show your house, show your window, show your door, and then go ahead and build it in 3D so you can make sure you're happy with the outcome of your design. Now, if you don't have 3D design capabilities, you could check out our membership site. We teach you the fundamentals of design. And so you can design the space yourself and make sure with confidence that you are doing your layout, your flow, your functionality correctly. We have a team of designers at your disposal, and they will give you the confidence that you are designing correctly. So check out our membership site below. A few things I want you to think about as you're starting to DIY your backyard. Remember, you're probably a great builder. In fact, if you're even thinking about DIYing your space, you probably know a lot about building principles. A few things to think about as you're building your outdoor kitchen. Please build this with block. Don't build this with stick frame. I know you know what that means, but a lot of people will just stick frame this even with PT, and that is going to start to sag. Concrete block, CMU, as you know, is very inexpensive at Home Depot or Lowe's. This is a life product. This will stand the test of time no matter where you live. In fact, by extension, that's the way we build anything that comes out of the earth. So a fire pit, we build that all out of CMU. Take a look at the way this looks. A fireplace or an outdoor kitchen, if it's on a deck, and of course the deck has some flexibility, it's going to have a little bit of movement built into it. We want to stick frame it then, but make sure to stick frame it with strength, because again, it's going to be moving, that deck's going to be moving. And as you mortar or as you do any products on that, like stone, you're going to start to see all those motor joints crack over time. Another DIY thing that people continue to do is concrete. Yeah, concrete might be easy, kind of. You know, you're going to be able to get it and pour it, and then you can finish it okay. But why don't you consider pavers? Pavers are a lot stronger. You're talking like 8,000 and 9,000 PSI with a paver. Concrete, out of a concrete truck, you know, is probably like 3,000 to 4,000 PSI. It's gonna crack. That's why you put the expansion joints in concrete, is to try to control the cracking, because it's gonna happen. So just think about that. Design is an incredibly helpful tool, but it's also an eye-opener. To achieve a great space, a design must allow you to really see what your future will look like. The one thing I need you to understand is that design is a hard thing. So if it's too hard, just hire us to do the 3D design for you, and then go ahead and DIY with confidence that you're building it correctly. So many principles and processes of design out there, but there are 3 that we use daily, and I strongly recommend that you use these as well. Number 1 is think about sight lines. Number 2 is consider your style. And number 3 is find your balance. Talking about symmetry, what does that even mean? Well, it means you will have 2 sides that are the same. Take a look at the symmetry that we had in this job. We used a reflection pond to highlight the symmetry of the front door, the front walkway as you walked up. I love this because this beautiful eyebrow was the highlight of this house. It was a custom feature that took a lot of work for the builder. So I wanted to highlight that as you walked up to the front door. And we used a reflection pond to do that. And it created this beautiful eye effect in the pond itself. And so that's a way to reflect symmetry in the landscape and in the space in general. Here's an example of asymmetry. So we took a rectangle structure, a 2-room structure, and because we didn't want to reflect exactly what was being on either side of that 2-room structure, one of them was a fireplace and one of them was an outdoor kitchen. So we wanted to highlight the differences of both of those as you looked at that asymmetrical structure. So our next step in creating our perfect backyard space is so find your purpose or multiple purposes for your space. So how do we create multiple purposes? Well, it's through well thought through but well placed and built destinations. Now there's endless types of destinations in your backyard that you can have, but the most sought after are, what do you think? It's a covered structure. People want a covered structure because it anchors the eye. And you can do lots of different structures. You can do a detached structure. It could be an attached structure. It could be a freestanding structure, a lean-to, a pergola, a deck. Structures that will capture your attention and pull you outside is what that purpose is all about. But you could also do outdoor kitchens or a kitchenette. You can do a bar. You can do a hot tub or a pool feature, a kids' entertainment area. You could even do a sauna. That will add purpose to your space. So now that you have your purpose, how do you design them in a way that makes sense and it feels cohesive and natural? Well, it's adding ease of movement through your space. And it's so important because it allows you to get from one destination to the other destination. So don't put all your destinations in one area. That is the biggest mistake that I see all the time, is people design their space and it's right outside of their door and they put everything right there. I want you to get out and really use your space. So multiple destinations and the flow from one space to the other is what I want you to do. So part of ease of movement from the space is focal points and sight lines. What's gonna pull you from one destination to the next? It's gonna be pathways, it's gonna be steps, it's gonna be maybe a garden that grabs your attention and pulls you further. Slope is a great way to create curiosity and to pull you from another space to the other and either go up or go down into another space. Not only will you be using these elements, but you will create a better flow through your backyard. And they will also create a gorgeous and spacious area for entertaining. We all have our own desires for an outdoor space, but for many of us, it is entertainment. So it's about creating memories, celebrating milestones, new beginnings, closing chapters, family movie nights, or just simply a safe place to relax and connect with others. What do you want? That's a great question for you and your family. What do you want? So is it an outdoor TV? Is it an outdoor movie projector or a theater? Is it games? Do you want a little putt-putt golf course? Maybe a swimming pool, a hot tub, a swim spa? Maybe it's a she shed, a man cave. So now that you've got your rock solid plan, you have a design in place, and you have all the things you want and you need to be able to entertain in, there's one more thing that you can add to your space that will really bring it to life, and that's the softening. You want to soften your space and it will invite people. This is an element that I'm very familiar with because of my lovely wife. She loves her flowers and she's made our own backyard look absolutely gorgeous, and it makes you just want to be outside and connect with nature. It's also something that it could just pull you out personally. Maybe that softening happens just in flower pot. That will add just that little bit of softening to your space, but make it easier to maintain. Do something that you will love. What is that? It could be gardening. Maybe it's flowers for you, just that pop of color. Maybe it's more shrubs and trees. So that's something I want you to remember is your backyard living space is about living and enjoying other people's company, but it's also your personal sanctuary to reconnect with nature. So your DIY backyard is getting close. You've just softened it with planting, and now it's time to do what? It's time to light up your outdoor space. So outdoor lighting is more than creating just an ambiance. It's about highlighting aspects of your space, pulling you out again. It's all about being pulled out from inside your house, further into the landscape. Now think about safety, because that's so important too. Lighting comes in so many different shapes, sizes, colors, functions. Let's choose what works best for you, and let's consider these three. Number one is spotlights or uplights. So what is a spotlight or an uplight? They're gonna highlight a feature in your landscape that's a beautiful feature. It could be that structure, an anchor of your structure. You could uplight those, and that would really highlight that and pull you outside. But it could also be a large tree or a specimen tree in your space. It could be highlighting even the fence line. A lot of people use uplights to highlight that fence line, and it's gorgeous. Second lighting option is a very popular one, and that's string lights. I cannot believe how much lighting comes from string lights, and it really brings that light into your outdoor space. Look at this job, in fact. We have a big dining space in the center. Hard to light that area up without string lights. But when you turn the string lights on, wow, it just brings the whole space to life and gives light to that evening party. They're a great option, they're a low budget, and they're a wonderful way to light up your outdoor space. The third one I want you to make sure you think about is the step lights or the seat lights. Anything that has any elevation to it, please add lights to it. It's a safety thing. It's also great for highlighting elevation. All right, at this point, you have a perfect backyard. It's all built. You got some lighting, you got your softening, but you're missing a finishing touch, and that is your outdoor decor. It's so important because outdoor decor breathes life into your outdoor space. So this is where you use your own personal style to add life to all of those destinations. And colors, textures, and shapes will draw you out even more into your space. Think about what makes the inside of your house a home and extend that into your outdoors. Find your budget, create a plan, and then execute that plan. So your plan should include questions like this. What's your color? That's a great one. What's your style? That's a critical one. And then what's your theme? You don't always have to have a theme, but if you have one, think about that right now. So just a few tips that I would suggest are here. To make your features the star, use decor as a way to accent and accentuate them. Don't go overboard with decorating. You have to flow through the space. What are some of the furnishings that you should incorporate? Well, think about things like coffee tables, so important, or side tables. People want to sit down and have a place to put a drink. But you also want to have chairs, of course. You want to have your tables, your couches. They're so important. Bar stools are so beautiful. And add some fun with a swing or a hammock. There could be so much more for those accents. Think about it, don't overdo it, but just add a little bit of flair to the space with some accents. So watch this video over here. It's gonna talk to you all about flow and how to have proper flow. If you can get your head wrapped around proper flow, then it's gonna make the design of your backyard just beautiful. So enjoy that video now.